Hey guys, what's going on? Kel back here once again, representing the 40k YouTube channel, bringing you another Warhammer 40,000 related video. This video is all about the Adeptus Custodes and their faction focus. This video should have come out yesterday, but it didn't because I was too busy talking to Call, because importantly and spectacularly, we've hit 100 subs. We've got over 100 subs on YouTube. Thank you very much, guys. It is massively, massively appreciated. To everyone who's done it up to now and left some likes and left some comments, it really has made me and Cole feel appreciated, and thank you very much for enjoying the stuff that we do. To celebrate, we're going to be doing something this week. I'll get into that in a minute, but as always, if any names do pop up in the subs, we always give them a shout out. Now, I can't believe I'm about to give this person a shout out because it's the most random name I've ever given a shout out to. But this shout out goes to Reserved Cheese. I know, right? Reserved Cheese. Thank you very much, my friend, for subscribing to the channel. If you're new to 40k, this is 40k. We do Warhammer 40,000 content every single day. We do things like news, hints, tips, reviews, painting videos, and battle reports. Now, speaking of battle reports, because we've got over 100 subs, me and Cole have kind of got our heads together. And Cole is hopefully going to come up mine if we can get social distancing right. And we're going to have a battle report done this week, guys. That's right. The very first battle report to go on the channel will be up sometime this week. It will be an 8th edition battle report because we're not lucky enough or funded enough to have an advanced copy of Indomitus or the rules and stuff like that. So it's going to be 8th edition. It will be my Space Marine army, my 11th Legion, the Sons of Vegeta, going up against Cole's Chaos army. Now, normally I would say if it's Chaos Knights and stuff like that, because Cole plays Chaos Knights, but he's on about changing the list slightly. So I'm not going to say Chaos Knights in case it's not a pure Knights list, but we'll find out later in the week what Cole has to offer. I've seen his Chaos Knights up close and personal. They are quality, absolute quality. And when they get on the board and they're stomping about, quality. Can't wait to put those on a video, guys, for you all to see. But yeah, getting the video. If you like the video, please leave a like. We'll get some comments going. Thank you very much for the comments up to now, guys. We've had loads of comments coming in over the past couple of days over the weekend, especially with things like the video about the Silent King and the Void Dragon, some new rules, some faction focus videos. Keep the comments coming, guys, because honestly, doing a YouTube channel, that's the best bit about doing the channel, is reading the comments and replying to all of them. We've replied to all of them up to now, I think, as of this morning, and that will continue. But anyway, let's get in the video. Faction focus, Adeptus Custodes. Here we go. So the Imperium's most elite warriors really shine in the new edition, and not just because of their gleaming Auramite armour. We're here in Adeptus Custodes superfan and honorary shield captain Brian Pullman to share some thoughts about how they'll perform. And here we have the Golden Boys, the Custodes. Very heavy on points, the Custodes, but they are like the elite of the elite of the elite, right? They're so good, they get their own special units like the jet bikes are custom for the Custodes. Some of the Terminators, the Aquilus Terminators are quality. And in the middle as well, you can see some characters and a Contempt of Dread. So let's have a look. Who are they? The Adeptus Custodes are the personal bodyguard of the Emperor of Mankind, and they represent the pinnacle of his genecraft. Each warrior is a work of art, pure of body and soul, equipped with beautifully wrought armour and artificer weapons forged specifically for each individual, and trained from birth to as masters of the arts of war. Each custodian is the equal of the very mightiest heroes of the Imperium, and their primary duty is to defend the Golden Throne on Holy Terror. When their shield companies are mustered for open war, they are nigh unstoppable. Beautiful artwork there from JW. As always, taking on a horde, a mob of greenskins of the orcs. How will they play in New Edition? Everything you love about the Adeptus Custodes is still here. They still have a low model count, though each one hits like a ton of golden bricks, and they still have access to strong stratagems and more. Brian Pullman, Grand Tournament winner and member of the playtesting team, shares some of his reasons he's so excited about their bright future. And Brian starts with, the Adeptus Custodes are one of the most improved armies in the new edition. They've always had one of the most impressive collections of stratagems, and now they have enough command points to put them all to use. With clever army building and a bit of luck, you may easily find yourself with over 20 CP during games. More than double what most Adeptus Custodes players are used to. The new missions work really well for the Adeptus Custodes as well. Many of them offer fewer opportunities to score points in the first turn, giving your forces time to get in place and into optimum range for their weapons. Much of the game will revolve around controlling central objectives, forcing your opponent to come to you, which is just what the Adeptus Custodes want them. Of course, since almost the entire army has objectives secured and is super durable, you'll hold those objectives better than anyone else in the game. And there we have, that's some cracking scenery, that. It looks like the Unholy Terror coming from the Golden Throne, Land Raider in the back, characters up the front, Contemptor putting out the heavy shots at the back. Quality, like that. Vehicles and monsters are generally stronger in the new edition. So to combat this, the Adeptus Custodes need to make good use of terrain and storm shells, of course. The new edition offers more nuanced terrain rules with more ways to keep your units safe. A good example is the new dense cover rule, which applies to things like woods and industrial structures, giving your enemies -1 to hit your units. With more CPs at your disposal, it's easy to hold back your most important units in strategic reserves, or drop them in right where they're needed using the Vexella Teleport Homer stratagem. Now, what is this? For 3 CP, 3 CP is expensive to start with. Use a stratagem at the end of your movement phase. When you set up a Teleport and Adeptus Custodes units at the end of the phase, you can set it up wholly within 6 inches of a friendly Vexilla's Praetor, other than one that was set up this term, and more than 3 inches from enemy models. Any models that cannot be set up in this way are destroyed. So it's like a teleport home for 3 CP, but you get them in really close. 3 inches away from any enemy models. That's naughty. That's no wonder it's 3 CP. That's really powerful. At 3 CP, it's used. This used to be an ability you could do once per game. Now you can afford to do it a few times. Quality. It's tough for Adeptus Custodes armies to take advantage of the new Lookout Sir rule, since most units start with just 3 models. However, this can be remedied. Oh my god. There's me inability to read kicking in there. This can be remedied with, you've guessed it, the liberal expenditure of your command points. Simply give multiple shield captains warlord traits. Right, okay. Relics. Give one of them the Victor of the Blood Game stratagem, and even upgrade one to a commander. What is Victor of the Blood Games, I hear you ask? For 2 CP, you can use the stratagem when you set up an Adeptus Custodes character from your army during deployment. You can re-roll 1 hit, 1 wound roll, and 1 save roll for this model in each turn. Now, where this comes in powerful, I've seen a lot of people use this stratagem on, like, smash captains on jet bikes. So they get up the field, you can re-roll a hit and a wound and a save, makes them even tougher than they already are. With all those buffs, your opponent won't even bother shooting at them. Maybe. You'll want to rush your warriors to the centre of the board and secure the objectives as quickly as possible. You should also use terrain to help increase their durability against heavy shooting armies. Keep a few of your strongest units in reserves and look for opportunities to deep strike in. Use the Vexella Teleport Homer to put them exactly where you want them, or the new golden Light of More Days stratagem to improve your charge and get stuck in. For 1 or 2 CP, what is this about? So you can use a stratagem at the start of your charge phase. Select 1 Dread Host unit from your army that teleported into battle this turn for 1 CP, up to 3 such units for 2 CP. Until the end of that phase, when a charge roll is made for those units, roll 1 additional d6 and discard 1 of the dice. Okay, so 3d6. Discard the lowest. That's powerful. That especially for like 1 CP. There is a similar stratagem for the Blood Angels, and I think it's called Descent of Angels where they come in from Deep Strike, but that costs like 2 or 3 CP, so this is cheaper. That's cool, I like that. Key units. The Adeptus Custodes have fewer options than many other armies, but every unit is a powerhouse, and there's not a bad choice among them. However, Brian had a couple of strong recommendations to pass on based on his experience. So what do we start with? Alaris Custodians. The Golden Boys. I wonder, actually, how quick and easy it is to paint a Custodes army. I mean, there's not many models to paint. They're mostly gold. I mean, it could be me just being naive, but any Custodes players out there, how long has it taken you to build and paint a full Custodes army? Brian says, Alaris Custodes are the standout unit and the backbone of the army. I would never leave Terra without at least a unit of 6. Between the powerful stratagems that increase their durability, their game-winning ability to deep strike reliably into combat, and abilities that allow them to target characters, they're an obvious pick. And they have Slayer of Tyrants ability. When models in the shield pile in and consolidate, they can move up to 3 inches towards the nearest enemy character, even if it is not the nearest enemy model, as long as they have finished a move within an inch of the enemy unit. Okay, cool. So you're able to target characters in your pile-in move. Cool. And here we have the venerable Contemptor Dreadnought. Love this model. Love the Contemptor. It's like from the 30k era, but it's simple in its design, but it's so quality. I love it. With the ability to move and shoot without penalty, plus shoot whilst engagement range, Dreadnoughts are more deadly than ever. Psychic Awakening, War of the Spider also gave Dreadnoughts 2 new stratagems to make them even harder to put down, and hit even more destructive in melee. So for 1 CP, you can have Ancient Artifice. Use a stratagem in any phase when an Adeptus Custodes Dreadnought unit from your army is chosen as a target for an attack. Until the end of that phase, when resolve an attack made against that unit, half the damage inflicted, which is cool. If you're going to get shot at with a load of things like las cannons, do d6 damage, you can half all that damage. Very, very cool. And for 1 CP, you can also have Eternal Penitent. Use a stratagem before the battle. Select 1 Adeptus Custodes Dreadnought unit from your army. Increase that unit's attack characteristic by 1. You can re-roll charge rolls made for that unit. Each Adeptus Custodes Dreadnought unit from your army can only be selected for the stratagem once. Okay. And what about the Sisters of Silence? These witch-hunting psychic gnolls are often found alongside Adeptus Custodes forces as the other half of the Talons of the Emperor, and that easy alliance remains a key element of army building in the next edition. We can include units of Sisters of Silence without invalidating your army-wide bonuses, and their unique abilities are a natural complement to the Custodes units. Now this I like, where you can take different types of units with different armies. This is cool. So you see the Custodes with the Sisters of Silence going up against some Chaos Space Marines, and oh, there's Bile. There's Fabius Bile himself at the background there. Cool. I can't wait. I don't think off the top of my head, I've ever seen a battle report or a game or whatever you want to call it, where it is Custodes mixed in with Sisters of Silence. It's either, it's normally just Custodes. I might have to have a look online to see if I can find one. If you guys have ever seen one, see if you can drop a link or a comment or something, and I'll quite happily watch. The already impressive Talons of the Emperor are even sharper in the new edition, as now you have plenty of command points to utilise the wealth of stratagems at your disposal. Will you command the elite of the elite and bring the fight to the enemies of the Imperium in the new edition? Let us know what you think about them on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and show us any Talons of the Emperor you've been working on the hashtag Warhammer community page. But instead of doing that, guys, leave your comments here, please, as always. You're already here. You might as well leave your comments with us, and we will 100% reply to every single one. But what do you think, guys? What do you think of the Custodes and the Sisters of Silence coming up in 9th edition? Any Custodes players out there looking forward to the new rules, looking forward to potentially 20 command points? I'll believe it when I see it, but 20 command points, I wouldn't be sad about that at all. But yeah, as I said at the beginning, guys, we are 40k. We post stuff like this, Warhammer 40,000 content every single day. So if you're into Warhammer 40,000, hit that like button, and more importantly, hit that subscribe button to join the channel. We appreciate every single one of you who's subscribed, and now big thank you for the likes, the comments, the subs, everything. And like I said at the beginning, sometime this week, we will be sorting out a battle report, 8th edition battle report, and we'll get one done, put online for you guys to enjoy, and you can leave your feedback for me and Cole, saying things like whose army you like, who played well, what looks good and what doesn't, everything. Can't wait to do it, can't wait to hear from you all. But that's going to be it, guys. Thank you very much for watching the video. This is Kel, signing out for 40k. As always, stay safe, look after each other, and until next time, guys, we'll see you all later.